Blood In, Blood Out, Season 3 is brought to you by Colton Toyota Bucky Spares, Pat's Parts and Tools Supplies, and TRS The Race Shop.
It's going to be a special car, it's going to have a special motor in, it's going to have a special driver. I think we'll keep it undercover until the car's 100% ready and they've had a practice or two in it and got the setup right, and the car will go out and race.
And finally, the car was revealed.
Special car for a special driver.
Okay, the Buckley Cookie Monster is going to fellow Colson. We're just waiting for the block and the heads, but it will be running end of the month at Pretoria. But I think it's going to be one of the better cars with one of the better drivers.
If I remember correctly, I would say beginning of the year. It's the last time I was in a sprint car. Didn't think it would be my last time in a sprint car, but things do happen for a reason, I believe. Funny enough, the one evening I was sitting with Shalisa, I'm like, do you think Shane would ever maybe help me out with a sprint car? And she's like, you never know unless you ask. So I was like, okay, we'll arrange one Saturday and go through to the shop and see what can happen. And luckily I caught my uncle and my opa there, and I walked into the shop and I was like, listen guys, is there maybe any chance you could maybe help me out with a sprint car? And they were like, you know, we were just sitting about this talking yesterday, we're building you a sprint car. I was like, what? Am I understanding correctly? And they're like, yeah, we're gonna build you a sprint car. And I was like, wow, that is awesome. I was super excited, and it's quite funny how the world makes a turn and how it all plays out. So I was super excited about it, super.
Five cars and drivers from the Colson Sprint Car team are here for some testing, including Slow White, a great car with no official driver in it yet. The 888 of Pieter Hamann, who is always working on perfecting his setup. Michael Mayberg, who has been picking up some podiums recently and still working out a few gremlins on his car. And new driver to the team, Marcel Berry, also a national hot rod driver who has just stepped into the V8 Sprint class in the Maxim Sprint, most recently driven by JP Taljaard. First out is Oom Charles to make sure everything feels right in his granddaughter's new car. A couple of tweaks needed as Hamann goes out for a drive. Looking and sounding good as always. Charlize gets ready for her first drive.
Bit nervous, to be honest, bit nervous.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Save myself.
head again, making my way through crowded thoughts. Sometimes it's hard to get out of it. Broke my heart in the dark. I was just trying to feel something, falling asleep to the sound of it. Always used to let you clean up the messes, down on my knees, but I couldn't stand up on my own. Turns out sometimes it's stronger alone. Bringing out the fight, yeah, bring on all the lightning. 'Cause I'm looking for a hero, look inside the mirror. I find one, oh, carry the hurt when it gets too hard. Pick it up, dust it off, and I fall down 11, I get up 12, don't need nobody else. Yeah, I can save myself, save myself.
These are the moments where all the hard work and countless hours make sense.
Got burned, but I learned our scars make us who we are.
It actually feels good. It's lekker.
Nerves gone now.
Yeah. I'm going to enjoy this car.
That's lekker.
It's going to go like hell.
The test day continues, testing, tweaking and adjusting. All the team is hard at work.
This one's what? Oh, that's that funny thing with the oil. The right front tire, ek sê vir die front tire is klaar. Daai wil ja. Terug en dan sak jy stadig terug vir dit sê uit daar.
Wat jy maak in die middel as jy nie draai gaan sy haar.
Oh, hy kom wel nie draai nie. Ja, maar dit wat moet ek doen? Hy moet draai, hy wil draai. A couple of small problems, but I drove it just now. I think this is going to be an awesome car. It's so smooth, it does what you want it to do. And I mean, it's the first time out, and already I think I can be close to the front guys with this car. But going home, I'm going to put in a new diff. I have to put a block under the brake. I want to change the injection because I think this injection's worn. I can't get the butterflies to seal. Come back again and then I think it'll be fine. This is a beautiful car. I want to give my granddaughter the best that I got because I think she deserves it and she's keen to drive. So yeah, I want to give her the best car possible. Today was good. We had 6 cars there. We had a bit of problems with Michael's car with the new oil pump and stuff with too much oil pressure. So yeah, we've got to sort that out. Slow white, we found out why it's making cuck. The rail's coming loose. That's why the push rods are making cuck, but obviously we only saw that today. Then we had obviously Peter Hamann. Peter Hamann's car's always nice, clean, good. He seems to be getting a bit more confidence. So he's going well. And then obviously we had Marcel Berry. That's just stepped out of a national hot rod into a sprint car. Car looking good. It hasn't been stickered and stuff yet, but the car's looking good. Quite surprising that he's caught onto it very quickly, but I mean, getting out of a rear wheel drive hot rod that's got a bit of power and obviously, you know, it's not the slowest, it's just under a sprint car, so it's not too much of a big jump. To a sprint car he did quite well. He's on pace, so I'll see he'll do well in a sprint car, and he seems to be enjoying it. So that's a good asset for the team going forward.
It's a huge difference. Yeah. It's something quite a lot different than on national hot rods. I don't think anybody can explain. It was very nervous, very scary, but fun at the same time.
And then we've brought this long-term car that we've been building for the last freaking 8 months. Obviously Charlize has got in it, and she's raced her whole life, so she's only raced one car forever, and this is the first time she's got into something else and something different, and she seems to like it. Surprisingly, a new car didn't give us too many headaches. We've got a small oil leak, which we always have on new cars. She's done quite well and she's happy with the car. We're going to do a few changes and come back out, but she's definitely going to be in at the caravan race, so that'll be good. And yeah, it seems to be coming together. I think there's only 3 cars left to finish to build, and yeah, then we're sitting pretty for next year.
September 6th was time for the much anticipated caravan race, one of the most popular oval track days in the South African calendar. A full race program included a healthy grid of sprint cars, followed by an insane caravan destruction derby. Get into the V8 Sprints Heat 1. Tight race with Stefan Verschier and 2 Carlsons creeping up on Eloise up front. When disaster strikes. Verschier's front left meets Shane's right rear and sends the 25 into the wall. The damage is enough to put Stefan out for the night. An unfortunate blow to the Pretoria North Toyota team and one of the quickest drivers on the grid. The heat restarts with some good close racing, and Eloise, holding on to pole, takes her first race victory.
I tried to block the inside, because I knew if I dive too late, they're going to get me on the inside, which they always do. And I don't know what I did, but I'm happy.
We had a bit of struggles this afternoon. We blew a head gasket, but Shane managed to fix it. Then we had a bit of issues with the brakes. We sorted that out. First heat, we started 6th. We didn't finish because we didn't have enough methanol in, but we got everything sorted. The car's running smoothly. We're just going to build on it and see if we can make the car a little bit better. So we'll see how the second race goes. But I just want to say thank you to everyone that helped me get back into racing. Action Fuels, thank you so much for my helmet sponsor. I do really appreciate it. Shane Carlson for sponsoring my suit, gloves and shoes. And I just want to say a special shout out to Opa for helping me set up the car correctly. Without them, I couldn't be here today. So I just want to say thank you so much to them.
The night continues with some good tight racing, to thrill the Pretoria crowd.
The car for sure is no power, it's no power. We have to strip some to see the bearing, maybe the bearing now is seized or something like that.
With some crazy antics in between. Shane decides to let Charlize finish the night in the 77 car so that she can get a little more seat time. Some cars didn't get to run at all, with some out after 2 heats, and some worse off than others. But the remaining drivers are ready to roll for the final heat. Marcel Berry in pole is off to a flying start. Behind him, Van Heerden of BPD Racing gives chase, followed by Buitendag and Mayberg. To everyone's surprise, Berry is flying out in front. Eloise finds the wall, but Berry takes the race under yellow checkered, with Van Heerden in second and Mayberg taking third. All the cars are loaded up after a hard night's racing, and now it's time for the Symphony of Destruction to begin. Back at the Carlson Racing shop, where Wamsa CEO Ishmael Peck has come to chat to Shane about some future racing plans.
What's next with you?
So we've got Retail race coming up the 27th. They've asked us to bring 8 cars, which any track, if that's our minimum requirement. If a track wants us, we're not going to take 3-4 cars. It's bad for sprint cars, and you want to see a minimum of 8 cars. You got to put up a good show. 8 cars is the minimum you can do that with.
Yeah, because you have to look at the fact that anything can happen to one car, and then you still got 7 on the grid.
Well, my plan is actually to take 9 cars. You know, sprint cars are very unpredictable. Failure in car breakages is just a reality.
Dirt or tar, which is the one that really takes it out of your cars?
Engine-wise, tar. You know, this is, on the dirt, the suspension and the car and the paintwork and all that takes a pounding. But the biggest, most expensive thing is the engines, and it's obviously on the tar because it takes a lot of torque to get the car going and a lot of torque to stop it. Where on the dirt, you're just basically drifting and flying around there.
So now you got Rietveld?
Yes.
Okay. Then you got Rustenburg?
Well, first we've got a meeting at Maem, which I think is the Natural Hot Rod Tour, October.
Okay.
Then we're going 1st of November, we're going to Rustenburg, which is dirt. They were supposed to run the 15th at Maem, but I think we're going to cancel that one. We're going to go to PE. That's it. What's on the dirt?
Mana, that's going to be a
November is going to be a month of dirt racing for us.
That's going to be a big one. You know, Kossiweer's got a challenge out there, and it seems like I'm getting more and more hot rod guys from the dirt and from the tar that wants to join. So it looks like we're going to put a decent amount of hot rods on the grid. And the challenge between Kossie and Peter, I think I'm putting them both at the back every race. They must sort each other out.
I always say the fast oaks must start at the back. It's good for racing. No point putting a fast oak on pole. You'll just run away and it makes racing boring.
And you should always start in the back.
Well, I'll be honest. My racing days, I feel I've got more use running the cars than racing them. Not to have a big head. I don't feel there's much of a challenge for me anymore. If a challenge comes up, we'll take it on and we'll do a good race. But at the moment, I think I want to grow sprint cars. I'll be on the track. Definitely every dirt race I'll be on the track. But the tar ones, I think I want to try and help the guys.
I mean, to have a sprint car, a sprint class, going to all the dirt tracks next year, how awesome will that be? PE is getting it the first time in the history of South Africa. So we're making history once again. Sitting here today, I take my hats off to you and your dad and everyone involved here and everyone that's actually doing their bit with racing, whether it's what racing in this country. I take my hat off for you guys. It's really hard work and dedication. At the end of the day, you do enjoy it. So we'll write off all the bad things because we enjoy it at the end of the day. I still love it. When I get in a car, I still enjoy it. So yeah, thank you very much for what you guys do for the sport.
Thank you for what you do.
From Wamza itself, I must say, it's really, really going to be a good year next year, and we're starting off on a high already right now.
Let's see if we can make it work.